momentarily. Trying to get the live chat to show up on the screen. Hold on. For some reason, this takes a little while to work sometimes. Okay, there we go. Now, if I click this setting, will it still work? Come back. Damn it. Okay, hold on. Okay, now it's just not showing up. I've been requesting this for so long. It's been an interesting experience, let's say that. AJR sucks. It's been pretty rough. So the track we just listened to there was Pitchfork Kids. Where was I? If you guys could jog my memory, where was I when I was reviewing this track? I think I was pretty much saying that the mindset behind this song is pretty odd. Okay, I'm not going to change any of the other settings here. That should hopefully stay on the screen now. Yeah, it was a pretty rough experience right there. The motivation of the song was pretty rough. Yeah. Just this whole idea of, oh yeah, I mean, there's another part of like the artist's thoughts on this where they're saying, I think we like to go back and say Pitchfork Kids would be probably our favorite song from Living Room. Lyrically, writing a song about pitchfork.com was kind of a big deal for us. Okay, we wrote it about how we were coming to grips with, okay, AJR is a certain kind of band for a certain kind of people. Wait, that's a good thing. We have people that care about us. We don't need to be the coolest band. Which, like, that last sentence is fine. We have people that care about us. We don't need to be the coolest band. But, I don't know, the whole energy of it just feels off. How many songs are even on the album? There is 13. That was track number 6 right there. Yeah, a whole AJR album music movie nerd. Alright, this was the movie sequel Dude 49's doing. So with that being said, let's continue, alright? Let's continue. Move on to the next song right here, track number 7, Woody Allen. If anybody's just joining us, Pitchfork Kids, I give it a 4 out of 10, which is actually one of the higher ratings that I've gave to this. Let's see what we get on track number 7, Woody Allen. Moving on to the second half of this project. What the heck? Oh yeah. Also the Google Doc. Music movie nerd is saying about this one. Yeah, this song is awkward. This song was made before a lot of Woody Allen's allegations became public knowledge. He still did all of that awful shit, but I assume AJR didn't realize that when making this song. Oh my god. Now I'm feeling just like Woody Allen. Oh dear. Wait, I just saw something hilarious on Genius. I need you guys to see this. Woody Allen is an American film director, writer, actor, and comedian. And then ... mark this as missing something. Yeah, definitely missing something. Oh my god. I thank you for the super chat, music movie nerd. This makes a second everybody from Logic seem reasonable, yeah. Oh my god, it's like if Maroon 5 made a song called Diddy. Aged badly. The hook itself, outside of that line, isn't horrendous. I don't think the hook is very bad, but there are some awful segments on here. Like, what is this? Like, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they put some of the most annoying musical elements possible into their songs. Why is somebody going in my ear? Why is that in this instrumental? I'm the king of the island on a rusty throne. Who the fuck wants to rule, ruling all alone? The censorship. Who the fuck? Hey, and though I know it's been a long time and the record's poor, I saw you smiling like dynamite in the record store, and now I'm hoping, wishing, as I walk you to your door, your door, your door, your door, your door. Now I'm feeling just like Woody. Is it bad that I don't hate this hook though? Like, vocally, this hook is fine. Don't really want to sing along, but it sounds okay. Who could we substitute it with that would fit the rhyme scheme? That is the worst part of the song, the post-chorus. And when the weekend comes around, make our way through rusty towns, lift the weight up. Okay, piano key's not bad. With me, love, just relax. Feeling just like Woody Allen. I feel like Paul Allen, American Psycho. There we go. But we need the first name to be 2 syllables. I guess you could say Polly Allen. Like Polly Allen. God, they know how to play around with sound in the worst way possible. What I will give to that one is that I think the actual chorus sounded fine from a vocal perspective. I actually wasn't mad at how that sounded. The worst part was absolutely that post-chorus where the sounds were just chopped up in almost like they were crafted in a lab using science to be as annoying as possible. Like, why? Why was that done that way? But the rest of it honestly wasn't that bad compared to what we have heard so far. The thing about this album that sucks is that even the parts that don't suck are extremely not interesting. Yeah, I generally agree with that second, because I don't think the hook was bad here. Wasn't necessarily great, but, you know, it was okay. Did you listen to Thirsty yet? Yeah. Feels like commercial core thrown in a blender. Good way to describe it. This one I'd give it like a... it's on the better end. Probably similar to the last track, Pitchfork Kids. I'd give this like a 4. Whoa. I accidentally clicked 4 out of 5. I mean a 4 out of 10. There we go. Clicked the wrong button there. It's not an 8. It's not an 8, okay? That was a misclick. A misinput, alright? I'm giving it a 4, alright? I don't want these false narratives going around that I gave Woody Allen an 8, or that I gave Woody Allen by AJR an 8. Alright? I don't want to hear these falsities being spread. Damn it. Oh my god. That was rough. Yeah, AJR is definitely not my kind of thing. I can say that much. Hey, thank you for that one, Legendary Takeshi 2008. AJR stands for Almighty Joe Rogan. Fun unknown facts right there. All right, let's see what we get going on to track number 8. Oh yeah, also there's just the fact that this track did not age well, and also Second in Command was saying it just wasn't really it was kind of dead on arrival. So I don't know if the allegations were around when this track was made. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they didn't know. So yeah, track number 8 on this one is Living on Love. I don't have faith for how this is going to sound. Movie Sequel Dude is saying for this one, this song's okay. Enjoy. All right, let's see if I do. Why do they chop the vocals up like that all the time? You said marriage has a nice ring to it, and my jaw dropped down like the kick drum knew it. I can't stop and let you go, baby. I got a mind to let you know. I'm not one to take it. Do you see the wordplay here? You said marriage has a nice ring to it. We the best music. All right, let's continue. I got the best seat back in history class. One last chance to make it real, baby. I wanna tell you how I feel. Saying you make me feel so brand new. Oh, what can I do? What sound is my mic making, Hot Shot? AGR's music is created in a way to be the most digestible form of content, like Disney movie OSTs. And the crazy thing about that is it makes it so undigestible for me. It's so inoffensive that it becomes offensive, you know? Oh my god, failed Porter Robinson. Also, the tempo switches or whatever in here are awkward. And of course it has just a cluttered instrumental section. What is their addiction to chopping up the vocals like that? For you. Oof. There's a 5-minute song later on in this album. This is an ironic song to have my heart break into. Wow. So Living on Love, sorry, kind of reminded me in some ways of Infinity, which was the first, full song on the album. Overture was more of just an intro telling us what we'd be getting later on. With in the sense that this is like 100% been used in somebody's wedding videos before, or just at their wedding. But this one wasn't as bearable as Infinity for me. It had its moments that weren't so great. The hook was maybe okay, but yeah, some of the singing here just really didn't click for me. I felt like it didn't work on this track. Really didn't like the sort of like tempo or rhythm switches that popped up every now and then. They just felt a little bit clunky. And yeah, they're addicted to chopping up the vocals like that. I don't know why they're addicted to the vocal chopping on this album, but they really are. This one I'm going to give it like a 3.
Don't
not
care.
the worst thing on
Don't
here.
care. Still don't
But
care.
yeah, far
I
from
don't care.
Well, not far from the best, but it's not the best. Interesting. So you actually generally like AJR albums as well. It's funny because Movie Sequel Dude, who sent this in, also generally likes AJR albums. So is this just generally considered, even amongst AJR's fan base, to be pretty terrible? That's interesting. Did they get better from here? Because, you know, I'm going to purely judge this album as this album, right? Based off of this album from 2013, I really don't like what I've heard from AJR, but I will acknowledge that maybe they're better now. Maybe they're better now. This kind of sucks though. Well, I believe they got better. But your mileage may vary. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, Living on Love was not very fun for me. I don't like their love songs. Well, again, Infinity was one of my favorites here though. But this one was pretty bad. So let's see what we get on the next one, track number 9, Big White Bed. This is like this is turned into a torture stream. That's what this is turned into. It's not a paid request stream anymore. It's a torture stream without resets. I would love if they just threw in this experimental horrorcore track out of nowhere. Just as a complete out of left field switch up. Throw something on here that's going to engage me. Come on. Okay, looks like we're not getting that. Oh yeah, the doc. I keep forgetting Music Movie Diary. Sorry, Movie Sequel Dude. I've got your names mixed up before just because they start with the M. So Movie Sequel Dude is saying in here for Big White Bed, some white guy acoustic guitar shit. But also genuinely one of my favorites from the album. Enjoy. Okay. Okay, so we just got some generally toned down acoustic stuff here. This is the slowest one on the album so far. I kind of want it to go back to the just obnoxious chopping. This song is so slow already, man.
Watching clouds overhead, here she lies. There's a long day ahead. She is lost in her bed. Watching clouds overhead, here she lies in her bed. There's a long day ahead. She's lost in her bed.
Watching clouds overhead, here she lies in her bed. Does she not have a roof? Ah, she's got one of those skylight thingies. We've cracked the code, Joe. I actually really didn't like that one. Weirdly enough, that was almost worse for me. Maybe it's just because we're at this point in the album where we're like, 25, 30 minutes deep or whatever. But it was just very, very, very plain. And this one didn't even have the sort of obnoxious chopping that I at least find entertaining in how bad it is in a way, to just kind of, enjoy it with everybody here in this stream, whereas this was just very, very nothing to me. And not very interesting. Honestly, one of my least favorites, just because there was nothing to it that was all that engaging, and it felt like a drag to get through, despite being less than 3 minutes long. It was a pretty tough listen. Yeah, just a little bit too basic and acoustic, and just felt like a slog, that one. I'm going to give that one a 2. This album compositionally is so boring, yeah. The album is at its best so far when it doesn't sound distinct or stand out in any way, Joe is saying, which is not a great sign. I felt nothing listening to this, but I didn't feel disgust, so 4 out of 10. I mean, I feel similar to you there, Joe, but just for me, the fact that I didn't feel anything for this track at this point made me rate it lower. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of this one. Needed more vocal chops. I guess that's what I'm saying, Celta. Or Kelta. Next track number 10, The World is a Marble Heart. Poetic. Movie sequel do the same for this one. AJR are doing a breakup song. They are very angry, okay? Enjoy. Oh no. Are we gonna finally get some heart, some intensity, some anger in this? I doubt it. But let's see. Got the claps going. With nothing but our bags to hold on to. Yeah, out in the daylight and out of the jungle. We could have been, we should have been. What your heart couldn't handle. What your heart couldn't handle. At least it's lively. The pitching? Now you can't go breaking my heart. The world is a marble heart. It's bullshit and we know it. Like a flower shoved in stone with no chance of regrowing. Like push comes to shove, like I'm out on your doorstep. We could have been, we should have been, with only my soul left. Feel like I need to forget your runaway girl, 'cause I'll let you know. This is their I don't fuck with you, yeah. Hey, maybe I kind of needed this after the last song. I feel like if this was earlier on in the album, I would probably hate how overblown it is. But after how slow Big White Bed was, this is somewhat welcomed on here, I guess. The vocals sound so sauceless though. There it is, the chop in its back. I asked for it. I did ask for the vocal chopping to come back. That was my fault, everybody.
Now you found some other man, you see. I'm better off without you, 'cause the man ain't. Now you can't go breaking my
I thought we were gonna get a fade out, and then it came back with that. Breaking my heart. Oh my god. That's insane last name. This sounds like they split up John Bellion into 3 less talented people, and I'm not even a John Bellion fan. I mean, like, the thing is, I think Second in Command kind of pointed it out throughout this track, is like, this is clearly a song that's meant to have some like fire and intensity to the chorus and the build up to the chorus, but whoever it is doing the singing here, they just don't really have the soul in these vocals to really sell it. Like, I see what it's going for, but it just doesn't really connect, because it doesn't feel like, it just doesn't feel like your heart and soul is going into this. Vimpen went for an 8 out of 10. This slaps. You know what? Fair enough. I respect it, Vimpen. Not a big fan of this one. But yeah, I feel like the vocals don't sound like they have the soul to them that they kind of want to, or are aiming for with it. It's catchy, at least. I mean, I'll maybe remember this track with the insane build up to the chorus, the way that during the last bridge it kind of started, you know, sounding like it was going to fade out, and then just, now you can't go breaking my heart, it picks right up, you know? Oh, God. I mean, I think for the most part, it's just sort of a breakup song, Joe. Yeah. Just done in a very AJR way. I'm gonna give that one a 3. You know, the last song, I complained about how slow and boring it was. At least this one had me entertained in some fashion while I was listening to it. I'll give it.
Don't care. Still don't care. I don't care.
My, oh my. Oh my god, in their first album, they have a rap track on it. Listen to that, then listen to John Bellion, New York Soul or something. You will see the similarities in them, but also the jump in quality. Interesting. Yeah, there's something about the AGR vocals that just generally don't really sell the emotion to me, if that makes sense. It just doesn't feel textured or layered or just soulful enough to really sell the emotion that any of these tracks are going for particularly. It's too clean. It's too wallpaper-esque. It's too blank, you know? So let's see what we get going on to track number 11. We got 3 left, man. Is this the 5-minute one? Okay, maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be good. This is The Green and The Town. Movie Sequel Dude is saying for this one, another favorite track for Movie Sequel Dude, but it's a longie, so we'll see if you enjoy it. Enjoy! Oh no, we've actually done a lot of non-rap album reactions on stream last name. I'm trying to remember what the first one was. Maybe Meteora by Linkin Park was the first one, about a year and a half ago or something like that. But I appreciate you coming back in here last name.
Now we are the blessed, now we are the strong. Take my hand and let me know that it feels good to feel at home.
God.
We would sail across the ocean.
What is this AGR pirate music?
And we will learn from the giants.
I found the way to describe it. It feels unseasoned. Need to turn this one up a little bit quieter compared to the rest.
What can I say without a say? We've got a way to go, and what can I do to get back to you and help us to find a home, to search the green and down.
Of course they needed to incorporate this kind of sound in there. They've basically pitched the horns here the same way that they do their vocal chops.
A year from now, we won't be lovers. We'll just be suits and ties and shoes. And we will grow without our parents. 'Cause soon we will be giants too.
Why is this one 5 minutes, dog?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Oh, we got the strings building up, baby.
What can I say without a say? We've got a way to go, and what can I do to get back to you and help us to find a home?
I guess with this one, my issue is I just don't know what I'm supposed to be getting from it, really. Like, it's just a song that doesn't make me feel anything, really.
But it would cost.
I will search the green, and I will search the town, but I will never find a one like you. I will search the green.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, Joe. It's a song that sounds as loud and epic as possible while conveying no emotion whatsoever. The emotion of the tracks just doesn't connect whatsoever.
I will search the green, and I will search the town, but I will never find a one.
It's just hard for it to connect when it sounds so polished
I will search the green, and I will
and bland.
search the town, but I will never find a one like you. I will search the green, and I will search the town, but I will never find a one like you.
They introduced some guitars in there, is that what I'm hearing? Hey CDT, what the fuck, you're listening to AJR? Yes I am, Cynthia Z. Yes I am.
I will search the green, and I will search the town, but I will never find a one like you.
Yeah, I can't be in the target audience for this, man, because I love a lovey-dovey song. I like a nice little lovey-dovey track that's sweet and cute and just has a nice pleasant sound to it and builds up to something nice and grand, but just at every single step, this track just didn't make me necessarily feel anything. That's probably what their biggest problem is, Bia saying. They just sound so fake. There's something about it that feels, yeah, very clean and commercial, and I just think it robs it of any emotional impact that it could have. That's us over the biggest hurdle on the album. It was 5 minutes long, but it's just... it just does nothing for me. It feels like it should have had some impact with how big and grand and epic it tried to be, but all of it feels flavorless. All feels flavorless. Is that a least favorite for me? I mean, it was 5 minutes. It would be rough to go through that track again, man. I might have to put it on the least favorites list. I think I said it before, but AJR for me is kind of like the White Macklemore. So this one, I'm going to give it a... What would I give this one? A 2? I thank you, Lou. Let's see what Lou is saying right here. Last name is saying, even though we all make fun of AJR, I still feel like music wouldn't be the same without them. They are a staple in a lot of people's music journey. Hey, if people like this, by the way, I'm not knocking anybody for enjoying this. Just want to make that clear. I'm just giving my blunt, honest thoughts on the music and how it feels for me listening to it. But anybody that enjoys it, like, I'm not going to judge you for that, you know? People enjoy what they enjoy, and music is extremely subjective. You know, I like some stuff that people would consider to be ass generally. So, you know what? If this is what floats your boat, then let it float that boat. Lou is saying here, this sounds like AJR is trying to convince Walt Disney to be part of their music industry, but got rejected. So they went to Illumination instead. My skin isn't that white to continue, man. See you next week for some snippets. See you next week, Lou. I understand. All right, let's see what we get going on to the next one. The Green in the Town just didn't do anything for me. It was AJR making some sort of pirate music with a bit of a sailing theme to it. And yeah, just no real impact, I feel like. So, you know, in the words of Roman Reigns, no pop. So let's see what we get on track number 12, Big Idea. Oh yeah, and we'll check what Movie Sequel Dude has to say about this before we get into it. Genuinely might be the worst AJR song in my opinion. Again, this is coming from an AJR fan. It's so bad. Borderline unlistenable. Enjoy. If Movie Sequel Dude is saying it's that bad. Pro Tools and a mic and a big idea? Okay. Except the side we've been working 7 years to see. Just some kids with Pro Tools and a mic and a big idea, but no IDs. So bar scenes weren't an option. Ukulele DJs only bend at the genre, and we're dreaming of Bahamas, so pass around the bottle. Good music's still good, even if no one is watching. Now you're on top of the world tonight. You can do anything you like, and through that struggle we made a start. What even is that sound that's going? Why is that so loud? You can do anything you want, and we're just children in a world of diversion, trying to stick it to the man before we're grown. And through that struggle we made a start. You can do anything you want. Pro Tools and a mic and a big idea. Pro Tools and a mic and a big idea. Pro Tools and a mic and a big idea. Oh my god. Big to fail, making superstars. Labels doing the thing and we were doing ours. Champagne at the discotheque. I was feeling kind of alone till I heard that track. Go. And now we celebrate, if only for today. No story's a fairy tale. I don't know if I'll make it, but we're not too big to fail. Now you're on top of the world tonight. That is mixed horribly. Let me pause it for a second. That's what gets me as well, Joe. Like, some of these tracks have had the theme of, oh yeah, we're AJR, we're different, we stick it to the man. You know, they don't want to see us succeed, but we're going to make our voices heard. But then it's the most commercial sounds you've ever heard in your life. Like, yeah, it might be true that they weren't, I don't know, maybe they weren't popular at this time, or they were having some struggles with getting their music out there. I don't know, but just the sound of it sounds like generally, you know, poppy stuff. Stamp of approval from Vimpen for this one. Hey, AGRs for Vimpen, you know, even people in this stream do enjoy this. Makes me feel like my life is like a video game for real. Do I dislike AJR or Falling in Reverse most? That's the question. Which one do I dislike more? Is this worse than Fashionably Late? Did they come out in the same year? In fairness, AJR hasn't abused any women as far as I know. Okay, they went on being better people, as far as we know. I'll give that to them, over Mr. Ronald Radke. What is that sound, man? Why was that so loud in the mix? The sound. Then, of course, we have the weirdly pitched vocals. This is actual dog water, Gooch juice, creek sweat. I'm with you on that one, Sia. I'm with you on that one. Oh, what would I give this? This is probably like a... This one is like a 2. It had a couple of moments where I didn't think it would be that bad, but it was. It went there. The hook part was horrible with this sound that just completely dominated the whole track, just kept rising up and all around my ears, distracting from anything else that was going on. And again, yeah, it kind of had this whole concept of, you know, we're different, we're sticking it to the man, when maybe they were, but the sound of the music doesn't really reflect that, you know? Vimpen is saying, I've been listening to so much bad music recently, so this is a nice change of pace. See, that alone shows how varied music taste can be, because for me, like, this is the bad music right here. But then, for Vimpen and other people as well, this is, like, better than the bad music. Thirsty, thirsty, Thursday. Can't believe that stuck in my head. God damn it, movie sequel did. But yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know how I would... Let me see, what did I give Fashionably Late? Because I listened to it on a call with Space Ashes. Let me double check on this. I gave Fashionably Late a 22 out of 100. 2.2 out of 10. Would I give this lower than that? I don't know. I'm gonna have decided by the end, you know? So let's see what we get on the final track. Track number 13 on Living Room by AJR. Growing Old on Bleecker Street. Okay. Movie Sequel Dude 49 has this to say about this one. The last track, and another good one in my opinion, definitely has Pixar credits song vibes, but I still like it. Enjoy. You know what I will say? I will acknowledge that I appreciate you can see these like basically what's the word? Enjoy the music, but still say, yeah, you might not like this. You know, this, it has this kind of feeling to it. Movie Sequel Dude, like you're honest about it, you know? Okay.
No point in dreaming if you're alone. No point in walking without the road. No point in crying without that.
Hey, how's it going, Patrick?
beside you.
Is my mic making a sort of clippy sound every now and then? I don't know why it's doing that.
You cannot rush, we can't be time.
My equipment got beef with me.
And it's tough believing that there's someone living out there.
Not bad so far. Not bad so far.
Happier than me. We may be lost and gone.
We may be lost.
Rain will wash our memory.
Don't know why bro said it like that.
When we cry together like it was meant to be.
Okay, we're closing it on a steadier note. It seems we're not getting any big, grand AJR moments.
I woke up last night from a dream
This is Adam, the A of AJR.
that we grow old on Bleecker Street. Sit by the fire and I play my guitar, but dreams are only dreams. And then I wonder when we leave, will the moon still be white and the river green?
What's your interpretation of these lyrics, Joe? I gotta hear it.
If we matter at all, if we're not written down, who will remember now? We may be lost and gone.
So I saw this mentioned a little bit earlier on. How old were the AJR members when they made this?
But when we cry together like it was meant to be.
They're going very chill on the last track here. Come on, we're not gonna end it with the vocal chops. With some big epic moments. This song is okay.
May be lost and gone forever. The rain will wash our memory. But when we cry,
Come on, end it with a vocal chop in the last 20 seconds, just for the good times.
it was meant to be.
No vocal chops before the album ended. This is unacceptable. Growing Old on Bleecker Street was completely fine. That was okay. That's insane. What? Is Jack not one of the main vocalists on a lot of these tracks? So, Mark is saying, I think Adam was 18, Jack was 13, and Ryan was 15. If that's accurate for the ages that they were when they made this, that is pretty crazy. You know, even if I kind of really dislike this album, I could still like give them props for that. I think just making an album that does end up being relatively successful, because this album, whether you like it or not, was fairly successful, at least looking at the Spotify stream numbers, you know? And being able to make that as a teenager is pretty cool, even if some people really don't like the music. I am one of those people, but I'll commend them for that, you know? I'll be fair. As for this song, I think it was one of the better ones on the album. It wasn't like The Green in the Town, or no, what was the other one that was a more chill song? There was a couple other songs here that were more chill that I didn't like them and just found them kind of boring. Can't remember which ones it was specifically at the moment, or maybe I'm thinking of Big White Bed. But this one actually worked a little bit better being a more chill one. I'm not too mad at it. I would give this a 4. It was fine. It was a fine track. Not a favorite, but not a least favorite. The mic does pop sometimes. How frequently does it do it? I actually had an issue with that on one video that I sent to Ash to edit. There was these pops in the microphone all the time for some reason, and luckily it wasn't significant enough. It could have been cut out the video and it wasn't in there. But yeah, sometimes I have issues with my microphone, sometimes I don't really know why. But hey, we're at the end of the stream pretty much anyway. So that was Living Room by AJR. Growing Old on Bleecker Street, like I said, it wasn't the worst thing on here. It was actually decent, somewhat listenable. Vocals were fine enough. Instrumental was fine enough. And hey, at the end of the day, you know, they set out to make an album, and they did it. Even if I don't like it, if I really don't like it, you know, I can still respect that. Putting some music out there at that age. Joe is saying this album gets a 2 out of 10. From me, it's not consistently bad enough to be the worst thing ever, but the low points are among the most painful experiences I've ever had with music. Before I give it a rating, let me just read the last part of Movie Sequel Dude's Google Doc here. Also, congratulations, you just survived an AJR album. Hopefully you'll enjoy more of their work in the future. All thanks to me. Now, thank you, Movie Sequel Dude. I would definitely say that me surviving this was a pretty apt way to put it. That's what I would say. Definitely. I survived it, and then the last part of the Google Doc says, "You're welcome," by the way. Thank you, Movie Sequel Dude. You know? I got compensated here to listen to AJR. You guys just did it for free. Maybe the sort of connector for my mic was a little bit loose. Yeah, usually this will be like orange or red when it's clipping. Yeah, probably the cable. I might need to get a new one, or my mic's just a little bit old. I got this so many years ago. But yeah, should be sorted now. If that happens again in the future, just let me know and I'll fiddle around with the cable and see if that fixes it. But yeah, this was AJR's Living Room. And it was quite the experience. I think as an overall rating for this album, I'm probably, if I try and think about it, what do my ratings kind of even out to? It's somewhere in the 2 out of 10 range for me, probably. Maybe like a high 2. Might even go to a 3 if I give it some more listens, which right now I dread the thought of, but maybe I'll do it in the future at some point and see if it grows on me at all. But that's where I'm sitting at with it right now. This was an interesting full introduction to their music that was given to me by Movie Sequel Dude. For some reason, the YouTube live chat keeps disconnecting, but it's all good. It comes back. So, my favorites on this album. I had one favorite track. It was Infinity. It's track number 2 on the album. It was the one that I found to be the most bearable, and I gave it a rating of 5 out of 10. My least favorites on the album were I'm Ready, My Calling, Thirsty, Big White Bed, The Green in the Town, and Big Idea. I think, yeah, I pretty much gave my thoughts on this all throughout the reaction right here, but it's just that whole thing of a lot of this sounding so inoffensive that it then becomes kind of offensive and annoying to listen to. They always do that vocal chop thing that's kind of funny, but sounds horrible. The vocals just didn't feel like they had any true passion in them at a lot of points, which, again, they were pretty young at the time, so maybe that's something that becomes more polished on later on in their music. For the majority of this album, I thought they were grown men while making this music, but now I'm learning that apparently they were all teenagers, with the youngest probably being 13, which is pretty insane. That is pretty crazy. So at least that's something, you know? Maybe they do get better later on, and maybe they're better now. That's kind of the general sentiment I've seen in the live chat from people that enjoy AJR's music. They say that generally they are better now, so that's something. But right here, there was definitely a lot of stuff that just didn't work for me. A lot of the production I didn't really like. A lot of the vocals just didn't feel very soulful. Didn't really connect with me. Felt a little bit unseasoned. But hey, not too mad at this, okay? I gave it a low rating, but you know, it wasn't the worst experience I've had listening to music, but it wasn't particularly fun, you know? Totem Pole Joe is saying the enigma of AJR is how they simultaneously manage to sound utterly generic and devoid of personality or soul, and still have an idiosyncratically horrendous music style. It's an interesting combo. But hey, thank you for sending this in, Movie Sequel Dude 49, and giving me my first full experience with AJR. I can kind of see why a lot of people point them out as being bad music from this album, but you know, not everything was downright horrible to me on here, and I can definitely see seeing it having an appeal to the right target audience. It's just that I am definitely not in that target audience with what I like when it comes to music and what I generally listen to. This is not my kind of thing. But, for example, Vimpen enjoyed it. Vimpen is saying, been going through Topher, Tyson James, and Bryson Gray's music, all of it, plus the new Tom album. So this album sounded great. 7 out of 10 for Vimpen. Honestly, to be fair, I would probably also enjoy this more than a Topher album, a Tyson James album, and definitely a Bryson Gray album. Like, this undoubtedly has to be better. So yeah, thank you for sending that one in, Movie Sequel Dude. And with that being said, thank you to everybody who joined in the stream today. I'm not going to open up the queue again for today. I am going to end the stream at this point, but it ended up being a pretty damn good one. You know, at the start, I was thinking this was a stream that would probably end a little bit early, and I'd go, you know, get some work done on my next video, make sure it's all ready to go. It pretty much is ready to go. Poorly Aged Rap Lyrics 9 will be dropping tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah. Shout out to everybody who has joined in today. It ended up being a pretty lengthy and eventful stream. ACDTV, can we get a special shout out for the Professor? He's been killing it in the chat today. Yeah, shout out to the Professor. The Professor had some of the funniest messages for the AJR album. I had a good time suffering along with all of you. Yeah, me too, Joe. Me too. So, yeah, I will see you guys all next week, Monday at around the same time, 1 p.m. EST. Every Monday is when these paid request streams go down. And I will probably see you later on in this week for a reset stream. I'll probably be doing a reset stream this week, and we can close out the month with that. The best part is these songs will be in your head, and I hate that, Movie Sequel Dude 49. Like, there have been some times off camera where I've just been walking around and I've just thought to myself or said out loud, Thursday, Thursday, Thursday. And I really don't like that. But regardless, thank you for sending it in, Movie Sequel Dude, and thank you to everybody who sent in music today. Movie Sequel Dude actually did 2 albums today, so I really appreciate that. Thank you. And, you know, outside of the AJR album, we did get some good music throughout this stream, and I had a good time here, so I hope you guys had a good time watching it as well. Like I said, Poorly Aged Rap Lyrics number 9 will be dropping tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. And that's everything I've got to say for today. Go join the Discord if you haven't done so already, discord.gg/CDTV. Also join the CDTV subreddit, that's CDTV the G. We're growing those communities, all right? They're getting bigger every single week, so keep joining them up, and we'll grow them. We'll make them the biggest communities in the world, all right? Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Thank you to everybody who sent stuff in, who just watched the stream, who participated in the live chat, who dropped a like on the stream, and I will see you guys all in the next one. This is your boy, CDTVProductions, signing out. Thank you for a great stream today, guys. See you in the next one.